After 4 years, UConn is headed back to the postseason and will take on Marshall in the St. Petersburg Bowl on December 26th. This is UConn's 6th bowl trip in program history, their last bowl win coming in 2009 against South Carolina in the PapaJohns.com Bowl. Their most recent appearance came in 2011 in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl against Oklahoma. The Huskies clinched a 6-win season with a big win in their second-to-last game of the season, an upset of then undefeated Houston, the only team to beat the Cougs this year, and finished 3rd in the American East Division. The bowl will be the 8th of second-year head coach Bob Diaco's career and his first as a head coach. Diaco has used his previous experience to take the Husky defense to the next level. UConn fielded a top 25 D that allowed fewer than 20 points per game this fall. American first-team selection Jamar Summers leads the defense. His 7 interceptions are tied for the 3rd most in the country. 3 of them came during a 3-game win streak that put the Huskies at 500 before closing out with a loss at Temple. His most memorable interception, this one that sealed the deal against Houston. As a team, the Huskies are tied for 10th in the FBS with 17 total interceptions. The Conference USA Defensive Player of the Year is Marshall linebacker Evan McKelvey. The 6th-year senior had 113 tackles and is the team's only player who was around for their 2011 St. Petersburg Bowl win. UConn and Marshall ranked 2nd in their conferences in total defense and were number 1 against the pass and in points allowed. So some definite similarities there. The question is, which offense will step up? This fall, UConn only scored an average of 17 points per game and were held to single-digit scoring 3 times. The good news is starting quarterback Brian Sheriffs is back after missing most of the last 2 games with a concussion. Sheriffs has had some shining moments this season, but is still looking to find consistency within his offense. The QB has had 5 games with at least 200 yards passing and 3 with at least 70 rushing. Marshall posted a 9-3 record during the regular season and a 6-2 mark in Conference USA play. The Thundering Herd opened the season with a win over Purdue and had a 7-game winning streak midway through the season. Marshall wasn't able to repeat as CUSA champions, but they are headed to their 3rd consecutive bowl game and 4th in 6 years under Doc Holliday. The Herd have a chance to record 10 wins and a postseason victory for the 3rd consecutive season. Quarterback Chase Litton took over for Marshall in the 3rd game of the season and has controlled the offense effectively. Litton rolled up over 2,300 yards passing and 22 touchdowns. Despite losses to Ohio and Middle Tennessee State, Marshall entered the last week of the season in position to win the Conference USA East title for the 3rd consecutive year. But the Thundering Herd fell in a winner-take-all game at Western Kentucky. UConn needs a victory to finish with a winning record for the first time since the 2010 season. The first meeting between these schools could be a low-scoring affair, and you can catch the Huskies and the Thundering Herd December 26th at 11 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. The St. Petersburg Bowl is played at Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays. For the American Digital Network, I'm Haley Outen.